Good day everyone, good day magician. For today, I will report the topic that I given to me, but before we start our discussion, let me introduce myself first. By the way, my name is Sam Jericho D. Bamos, and our topic for today is the non-Euclidean geometries. So before we start to our main topic, let me introduce first the history of this non-Euclidean geometries. Development of non-Euclidean geometries in the 19th and 20th century significantly impacted mathematics. Euclid's Elements was a cornerstone of mathematics for nearly 2,000 years, providing a foundations for understanding geometric objects. However, the discovery of the non-Euclidean geometries revealed omissions in Euclid's work, leading to new geometric models and methods. Euclid's five postulates, which form the basis of his theorems, were scrutinized, particularly the fifth postulate. Mathematics like Janus Bolyai and Nikolai Lobachevsky independently developed non-Euclidean geometries, challenging traditional notions of space. Key figures like C.F. Gaius, J. Bolyai, and N. Lobachevsky by B. Riemann contribute to the development of non-Euclid geometries. So this is stated Carl Friedrich. So this Gaius stated the assumption that in a triangle, the sum of the three angles is less than 180 degrees leads to a curious geometry quite different from ours, but truly consistent, which I have developed to my entire satisfaction. So this is stated by Gaius Carl Friedrich Gaius in 1824. Non-Euclidean geometry refers to a geometries that differ from Euclidean geometry by rejecting Euclid's fifth postulate, also known as the parallel postulate. This postulate states that given a line and a point not on the line, there is only one line through the point that is parallel to the given line. So what is the difference between non-Euclidean geometry and Euclidean geometry? So the non-Euclidean geometry and spherical geometry it debates form Euclidean geometry by challenging Euclid's fifth postulate, which states that given a line and a point not on it, there is exactly one parallel line through that point. However, in contrast, non-Euclidean geometries propose alternatives leading to different properties and theorems. For example, in Riemannian geometry, there are no parallel lines, and the sum of angles in a triangle differs from 180 degrees. These geometries open new possibilities in mathematics and have found applications in fields like physics, such as in Einstein's theory of general relativity. So what are the main types of non-Euclidean geometry? By the way, we have two mains of types of non-Euclidean geometry. First is the non-Euclidean geometry includes hyperbolic geometry and spherical geometry. It rejects Euclid's fifth postulate regarding the parallel lines. In hyperbolic geometry, there are at least two lines parallel to a given line through a point not on that line. Spherical geometry. The shortest distances between two points on a sphere are great circles roads. Elliptic geometry is an axiomatic formalization of spherical geometry where each pair of antidopal points is treated as a single point. It was Gaius who coined the term that non-Euclidean geometry. He was referring to his own work, which today we call hyperbolic geometry. Several modern authors still use the generic term non-Euclidean geometry to mean hyperbolic geometry. Working independently, Bolyai and Lobachevsky pioneered the investigations of non-Euclidean geometry. In addition to his work in geometry, Bolyai developed a rigorous geometric concept of complex numbers as ordered pairs of real numbers.